I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for the Academy, Chapter 9. Disclaimer, I'm sick. You play as the Dr. Browning in this chapter. You go into the faculty kitchen for a simple cup of coffee, hoping for a few minutes of alone time. But Professor Linden follows you, yanking open the drawers and slamming the cupboards. The longer you ignore him, the louder he gets. Looking for something? He pauses as if he's just noticed you. He is a gifted actor, but I know him too well by now. He has a purpose in this charade. I'd like to know where the honeys ran off to. You push it down the counter towards him and concentrate on your own beverage. Not a bad first week. Still, it's obvious you're not up for this. Sharpening your teeth before dark, Professor Linden? Merely an observation. He lifts a spoon from the honey and watches the golden liquid drip. If I don't let him have his say now, he'll shadow me all day. I will tease him. He hates that. Your lack of faith in my abilities is comforting somehow. Makes me think I've got you running scared. Oh, Dr. Browning, a valiant try. That might work on a younger man, someone with no experience, like what's his name? Peter. Such a vulnerable age, don't you think? A poor boy, no father, an unstable mother. I bet you assured her he was safe here. But you can't really guarantee that, now can you? I certainly intend to try. Linden's rattlesnake smile unnerves you. You leave him licking the honey off a spoon. Back in your office, you study painting on the wall. Thinking of Peter, you place a white stone in the painting's center. Shapes and lines swirl together. So you can now see Peter hustling the class. He looks somewhat overwhelmed, and who can blame him? The urge to ease his burden is a powerful one, yet you resist. Even this kind of observing from a distance was something I swore I'd never do. With the opponent like Linden, though, I have to use every advantage. Peter heads out across the quad. Suddenly you see Chloe on a course to intercept him. And you're certain that's no coincidence. And what is she up to? I haven't quite taken up on Chloe. But admit I've toyed with the idea. Resources like time and patience are not finite. Infinite, excuse me. They must be allocated wisely. Chloe's carefully chosen necklace ensures that Peter notices her. She peers at him over the sunglasses, looking like the cover model she is. Then she lifts the glasses up and slowly takes in every inch of his body. I'm surprised you're out and about after yesterday's extracurricular activities. I'm fine, I'm just a little hungover. Really? Such confidence. You wear it well. Not so much last night. Chloe holds out her phone, forcing Peter's eyes to refocus off her cleavage. And on to the photo. It's a snap of Peter. Eyes closed, hair pasted to his forehead, passed out next to the pig's head, grasping an empty bottle of Dom Perignon. The photo caption reads, "Another victim of Dommy P." Son of a... Peter reaches for the phone. Chloe yanks it away. Relax. Sophia only posted on the tunnel. I don't know why you just don't call it Tumblr. We're not idiots. The tunnel? It's the Academy's private website. Didn't you read the school handbook? Only students and alums have access to it. Wait. Sophia posted it? Like 10 minutes ago? and this is nothing. Chloe smiles. You should have seen what the old Sophia used to get up to, back when she was fun. With that, Chloe walks away. Peter follows her, as she and I knew he would. Wait, hold on, I have to smile. Peter can't remember her name. It would crush her if she knew. You have seconds to salvage the situation. I watch carefully, but resist the urge to interfere. Sad about deleting the photo. Don't know what to do. If I leave Peter on his own to deal with this crisis, I may never get him to trust me. But to insert myself in the exchange may violate the rules. I must be seen as fair, while still protecting the innocent. You compose a quick text. Peter's phone dings. He glances at the screen, and his expression shifts from shock to fear. No need to get all wound up, it's just a photo. I've seen worse. But Peter reads her the text. Your presence is requested in Dr. Browning's office immediately. Chloe's features tighten. This wasn't in her plan. And then, things don't go according to plan. Chloe can get very irritated. You can see her eyes darken as Peter heads off towards your office. You pluck the white stone from the painting and pocket it. Moments later, Peter enters your office slowly, as if expecting a public execution. Mr. Foster. You gesture for him to take a seat. I'd love to have a quick chat to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Browning. Yes, I know. I mean, I'm pleased to meet you, Doctor. You just want to talk? He gets right to the point. No deception. How refreshing. Yes, just talk. Trust me, you don't want to hear me sing. Peter smiles slightly at this. He nods at one of your unfinished paintings and your brush soaking nearby. You paint? It's a work in progress, a silly hobby. But it keeps me from chewing my nails. Peter looks at you more closely. Recognition dawns across his face. Wait, I remember now. You came to my house a few times. Last spring, I was persuading your mother to let you come to the academy. You smile warmly, trying to keep things light and casual. You're our first outreach student. We're happy to have you here. I wanted to make sure you're adjusting to your new environment. I know it's quite a change for you. Peter looks at you warily. Clearly change doesn't quite cover it, and I'm not surprised. Everything going okay? You honestly seem at a loss as what to tell you for a moment. It's a little weird. I mean, different from what I'm used to. Weird is perfect. Weird makes sense. When I first arrived here in my 20s, it was a bit of a shock. Where I grew up, we had chores, not servants. In fact, I was given extra chores for asking too many questions. Peter laughs at this. The tension is cut. Once I even asked my mother why we have to kneel in church. She said because God likes it. Sounds like my mom. Yes, but I thought it was a lousy reason, to be honest. It took me years to realize there really isn't a better one. You sit there in silence for a moment, but comfortable. Peter struggles with a question. Why me? I mean, why was I chosen for this program? It makes no sense. You must tread carefully, so you not reveal too much. A deflection. What did your mother tell you? How much does he really know? Nothing. Actually, less than nothing. She kept calling this an opportunity. But for what? What do you guys want from me? You nod, this kid is sharp. Thank God for that. I mean, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I just don't get it. I appreciate your honesty. You want to know if you're special, Peter. I understand, and I can tell you that you are. But special in what way exactly is something you'll have to figure out for yourself. like everyone else. Look at your classmates, for example. They are on the very same journey. Peter snores. Only if they get first-class seats with better views. I know they appear to be incredibly privileged and wealthy, but they're not all they are. In some ways, the students here are broken, hungry. They've lived lives of neglect you can't imagine. And they have Rolls Royces and Rolexes to prove it. Would you trade your relationship with your mother or your friends for those things? Ooh. Oh, excuse me. That is a question, honey, I don't think you want me to answer. I'm gonna be honest. No, but that's not what I think of when I hear broken and hungry. Oh, no shit. Most people don't. When I said that you're all equipped to succeed, Peter, I meant it. You may even have some advantages over your classmates. Peter clearly doesn't believe this. Don't allow your doubts and the decisions that arise from them to define your time in the academy. A bell chimes in the distance, and you look down at your watch. Time to wind this down. Most importantly, know that I'm here for you. Do you have any other questions for me right now? No, Dr. Browning. I better get to class. Yes, have a great day. There will be challenges, Mr. Foster, but I have every confidence in you. Peter leaves, thoughtful. It was a good meeting. Now all I have to do is hope he takes what I told him to heart. You take the white stone from your pocket and set it in the painting again. Peter becomes visible. He's cutting through the student parking lot. It looks like an exotic car convention to him. Yeah. A Ferrari Dino, several Bugattis, a vintage Jaguar, over $40 million worth of cars in one tiny lot. Peter looks over at his mud-covered motorcycle. Then he runs his hand over a 1962 Ford AC Cobra, muttering, broken and hungry. Right. Here he's back to his room, deep in thought. Your painting picks up different scenes from the dorm. Scenes Peter can't see as he passes each room. Two students have sex under the silk sheets. The bathroom door opens and another girl joins them. A freshman girl sobs in her closet, where no one can hear. Several students are playing Call of Duty, whooping wildly as they pass around a mirror lined with cocaine. Nearing his room, Peter passes a valet, pushing a trolley lined with shoes. The valet takes in his confusion. We picked up your shoes Monday through Friday to shine them, sir. You're kidding, right? No, sir. A complimentary service, so you're prepared for this weekend. Do you have any items for pickup? Peter looks down at his own holy sneakers, then back up at the valet. Not now, maybe later. You're also welcome to leave them outside your door. We'll have them back by morning. Even if they require a new sole. Peter nods his thanks and walks into his room. He collapses face first onto his bed. It has been a very, very long day for Peter, and it's still not even afternoon. Moments later, the painting returns to its normal state. You set about your duties for the day. Later that night, you make your way to a secluded corner of the Academy's track. It's a pleasant place to work out, and it's practical. You won't be overheard. Richard Winters waits for you. I'm trying to remember this guy. I remember we met him at the beginning, right? He was the guy who, excuse me. Like, he greeted us, gave us the room, and we really haven't seen much of him since. Okay, I gave him... Good evening, Dr. Browning. You take off your shoes and step into a particularly well-tended square of grass. You and Richard bow to each other. Whenever you're ready. What? Oh, okay. He throws a right hook, which you easily dodge. You tap the back of his head with your hand. Try again. Richard is quite good, but you've had centuries to hone your skills. You anticipate his every move. Annoyed, he throws a quick jab at your chest. You pivot, grab his arm, and toss him across your back. Down he goes. The impact knocks the wind out of him. Lose your temper, lose your advantage. You help him up. Don't try to overpower me. Match my moves and wait for an opening. Easy for you to say. Richard fakes a low kick to the ground. You lunge and counter the move. After a few more minutes, you're pleased to note that Richard has considered your advice. He shows improvement. You spar, both fully focused on each other. You've met the new outreach student? I have. He's on my hull. He's got James's room. Yes, and you summoned Cole. I pretended there was something wrong with the heat. I had to tell him about James's laptop. Some idiot accidentally left it in the room. You dodge another blow and another. I'm certain it was not accidental. 5 minutes later, you break. Both of you are dripping with sweat. Much better, Richard. I'm impressed. I didn't get a single hit in. Not today, but you didn't get hit either. Richard pauses. You have known each other for years now. He has been a friend and an ally. I know him well enough to recognize when something is weighing on his mind. What is it, Richard? This outreach student, Peter Foster, he's important, isn't he? More than the most. Richard suspects. I keep feeling like I'm gonna sneeze at any given moment, you know? And you just wait for it, and wait for it. And yet it's never come. You tell him the truth, he's earned it. Avoid the topic, he's not ready. Tell him the truth. Yes, he has. He has some important decisions to make, and we must ensure he makes the right ones. It might be a long road. I assume you know about the photo? I do, which is why I need you to be more vigilant. It hasn't been the most promising of beginnings. Let's agree then, Peter has great potential. Didn't sneeze, just coughed a hell of a lot. I'm sure he does, but we have little in common on which to base a friendship. Perhaps, but the trick is discovering and building on what you do share. Richard and you bow to each other, done for the day. You watch him go and pause for a moment, enjoying the many white rose bushes that decorate the school grounds. These enormous white blossoms are Cole's pride and joy. You cup one in your hand as green beetle scurries deep into its center. Suddenly the blossom contracts in one ferocious move, swallowing the beetle and rolling itself into a tight little ball. You remember the photo of Peter. You'll have to deal with the unpleasantness soon. You're gripped by a sense of powerlessness that is nearly overwhelming. Peter. Okay. Excuse me. Like I said, once again, I'm sick, so I don't know what that means. I guess it's gonna come full circle. It just, I have to say, it's a very confusing book thus far, because you're playing as Chloe, then you're playing as Professor Linden, then you're playing as Dr. Browning, then you're playing as Peter, and it just keeps going, and you play as someone new, and then it's like, what the hell? It's like we get to play as every single character possible. It's like playing Endless Summer and being everyone. It's like, what? It's very interesting, and yet at the same time very confusing. With that being said, we have chapter 10 left. Once again, I do apologize about being late this week, guys. Again, I apologize. I've been sick. Pretty much, like, my brothers are sick too. So, it's been really crappy. And, yeah. So, I need, I don't know what I need. A vacation, maybe? But that ain't happening anytime soon, let's be honest. So, that being said, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down to the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated. Especially, again, if you guys didn't know, and I like to share this information every once in a blue moon now, if you guys do have Amazon Prime, you can go to Twitch. It's free. You can merge the two, and you get a free monthly Twitch subscription. And you can use that towards my Twitch channel. It helps me out, and again, it's free for you guys. And you guys get actually a bunch of bonuses and stuff, so and a bunch of cool stuff. So if you play any of those games, which most of them are free games, Warframe, Heroes of the Storm, things like that, you get a bunch of cool stuff for free games. So it's pretty awesome. But like I said, it that Twitch subscription goes to help me, and then that in return allows me to do more content, diamond editions, things like that. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, like I said, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, thank you all for joining me, and I'll catch you all in Chapter 10. Peace.